at 877-600-4264.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth. You get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. It's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
I've been very consistent. The consumer is still strong. Their balance sheet's in good shape. They're spending 10% more than pre-COVID. They have more in their checking accounts. Companies are in good shape, and that's driving a strong economy.
And then here's what he says about the banks.
The banking system's in good shape.
And then here's the Citi CEO, his friend Jane Fraser, talking about the banks.
The vulnerabilities you normally expect heading into slower economic growth don't exist at the moment. Strong corporate balance sheets, strong consumer balance sheets, and banks in very good health as well.
None of that is true. None of that is true. That is the problem. We can't get the truth. It's the same thing with this inflation. People are saying the worst is behind us. How can they say that? Prove it.
how the worst is behind us with inflation. What are you, nuts? Inflation is very, very hard to get rid of. It's not like getting rid of a cold. It's like trying to get rid of stage 4 cancer. Once you have inflation, you're so screwed. Because first of all, you got to have a chairman of the Federal Reserve that has guts, who will raise rates higher than the rate of inflation. We don't have that. Inflation's more than 8%, real inflation. And he won't raise rates more than 4.5%. Inflation is so hard to get rid of because, again, when prices keep increasing, workers want to have more and more wages and salaries to keep up. I mean, that just makes sense. When you're paying more for eggs and for food and for cars and gasoline, workers need to have more wages. And that hurts inflation. Inflation goes up. And here's the one that's really hard to get across to folks about inflation. Powell is doing everything he can to get the jobs down. When he sees those job numbers the first Friday of every month, let me tell you something. He gets sick to his stomach because jobs are counterintuitive. To get inflation down, you don't want people to have jobs. That's what Volcker did by raising rates so high. Because when you have jobs, that means income, that means spending. So Powell is losing the war on inflation because he hasn't got the guts, or if he has the guts politically, the president or the Democrats, especially going into the new presidential election, are not going to let him raise rates. That's the problem. And they're going to do everything they can to cut jobs because that's where inflation comes from. You want to get rid of inflation? Get rid of spending. You get rid of spending by cutting jobs. That's a hell of a problem, inflation. But they treat it like, oh, it's over. And look at the banks. Look what happened with the banks. Why, Jamie Dimon is sitting there lying, and his cohort from Citibank, Jane Fraser, lying. And remember last week what he was telling everybody before the earnings started on Friday. How great everything was. Consumers are strong and the banks are strong. Really? How'd that work out? If you go and look at the numbers of the banks that already reported, are you kidding me? So last week, well, he was saying and talking with Maria how everything was terrific. Consumers strong, their savings are strong, they have big money in their checking account. Corporations are doing well. Banks are doing well. Goldman Sachs comes out today. Had the largest earnings miss in a decade. Goldman Sachs' fourth quarter, 2022, its profit plunged 60%. That's after the fourth quarter of 2021 lost $1 billion. So they knew what was coming. They knew the fourth quarter 2021 lost $1 billion. They knew profits were going to plunge by 66%, but they don't tell anybody. Dimon goes out saying how great things are. And Goldman Sachs, take the fourth quarter 2022, okay, they increased, knowing this was coming. This is what gets me. They knew this was coming. They increased their set aside by 29% at Goldman Sachs. If the banks were doing so well, and things are so great with the banks, like he said, and his partner there at Citi, everything's great with the banks, they're strong. Why are they increasing the set asides? Big time. Let's take JP Morgan itself. Even Dimon was saying how strong the banks were. And while he was saying that, and after a loss in 2021, the fourth quarter in 2021, Diamond said, oh, things are great at his bank. Really? While he was lying, he was having his bank increase loss set aside for the fourth quarter of 2022 by 49%. So Goldman Sachs increased their set aside for losses by 29%. JP Morgan, 49%. Citigroup, 29%. Bank of America, they were increasing their loss set aside. Same thing. So these banks have been increasing their loss set aside between 20 and 40%. Are you kidding? And they're telling us the banks are strong?
The banking system's in good shape.
Yeah, well, if it's good shape, then why are they doing that? This is unbelievable, the fake narrative they've been giving us in the fake Biz News Network. The consumer, strong? Household debt, $16 trillion. That's historic. Never had that kind of debt. 20 million people are behind in utility bills. This is brand new. This is January 2023. These are unrolled numbers. 6 million, historic 20 million behind on utility bills. Historic 6 million people behind on rent. Historic 4 million people behind on mortgage payments. No more moratoriums. Historic 9 million behind on student loans. And historic 5 million behind on auto loans. That's not counting the 16 or the 12 million, 8 million for subprime loans, I think it is. Are you kidding? They said, oh, the consumers are in good shape. Really? Then how come we have a record 7 million people holding down 2 full-time jobs? We have a record 44% of our workforce has more than one job. 44%. You got 7 million. That's a historic number with 2 full-time jobs. You got a record 44% of our workforce that has to have another job. And the record number of retirees are going back to work. And never before has so much disposable income went to necessities. And they're saying, Diamond say, what? Things are really good. Everything's, I want to, yeah, this guy.
I've been very consistent. The consumer's still strong. Their balance sheets are good.
Yeah, you are a consistent liar. You're absolutely right. You're a consistent liar with your girlfriend, Jane Fraser. Unbelievable. So what do you do? I'll explain when I get back. We'll make money. That's what we're going to do.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back. I told you long ago, I said, my gang members, we're starting to buy mining stocks, gold mining stocks. And nobody wanted gold mining stocks because they're really getting beaten down. Now is the time to buy them. And they're getting beaten down because of the dollar. If you remember, the dollar was going nuts, okay? The dollar was going straight up. And that was killing our gold stocks. But that also gave us a great opportunity. So when you had the dollar was going from, if you look at UUP, it went from going back to March 9th, 2021, it was around $24. And it went all the way up to September 21, 2022, almost $31. Now, that was giving us a great opportunity because at the same time, gold, mining stocks like AU was going down, but it wasn't going down that bad because we knew the reason it wasn't going down, people weren't going to go buy these stupid, stocks. You're always hiding Coca-Cola, hiding Johnson & Johnson, hiding potato chips. Give me a break. GDX was another one. So I had my gang members during this time, keep watching the gold mining stocks and start pecking at these gold mining stocks. Start buying some scouts and follow them. Now, when I say this, I'm not saying every gang member, but when we started buying these gold mining stocks, they're up about 45%. 45%. That's where you hide when there's inflation in gold mining, not gold. You can't carry around gold blocks with you. Mining stocks are great because you also get dividends. They're the best, especially when you have terrible times. And you have to buy these kind of stocks when nobody wants them. But let's get back to, I say to you every day, you've got to learn how to sell short. Things are not going to get better. I know they tell you every day inflation's probably behind us, everything's wonderful. You heard what Diamond said. You saw the numbers coming out with the banks. The banks were a disaster. So why did the banks, last Friday when they came out with their numbers, the banks tanked? Man, they went down, what was it, about 200 points, 300 points. And about 20 minutes later, whoom, they just went through the moon. They took off and went through the moon. Unbelievable. Because here's what they said. Remember, the fake business news network is a one-horse pony. It's a one-trick pony. All they can say is they beat estimates. They beat estimates. Remember, we had the same situation with wages. When the number came out, they said wages, wow, went up 4.6%. And remember how the market went down? Then the fake business network came out and the analysts came out and said, yeah, but that's good. That bad news is good news because we thought it was going to come in much higher. We estimated it would come in at 5%. Oh, boom, market goes 700 points. Are you kidding me? And nobody even looked to see what the prior months were. The prior 144 months, wages were at 2.3%. We went from 2.3% to 4.6%, for God's sakes. But because they said, oh, but we estimate it was going to come in at 5%. Same thing happened with the banks on Friday. Same exact thing. Well, wait a minute. This bad news is really good news. Because guess what? With the set-asides, when Goldman Sachs put aside, they increased their set-aside 29%, and Citi 30%, and Bank of America 22%. You know what they said? Oh, this is bad news, but it's turned to good news because we thought they're going to put more set-aside away for bad loans. Wow, we missed a bullet. Can you imagine? Thank God they only put this amount of money aside for bad loans. Boom! Banks take off, just like wages take off. These are all setting up for good shorts. Just like the tech stocks. What have they been doing? All you hear every morning, that Joe, whatever his name is, Pisani, right? He's the guy with the big nose. Bob Pisani, he looks like a rolled up garden hose, his nose. He's sitting there, the biggest BSer. Unbelievable how he BSers every morning on TV. I mean, just straight out lying to us, right? My God. Talk about lying. Did anybody see that Jean-Pierre Eiffel Tower? I figured out why her eyelids look like that. You know her eyelids and how they're going up and down, up and down, up and down. She's sending out Morse code. She has painted her eyelids and sending out Morse code to the previous press secretary, Carrot Top. Yeah, Carrot Top. That's what she's doing. It's Morse code. Look at her. I'm telling you, God, it's Morse code she's sending out. Nothing. I figured it out. Unbelievable. What a liar she is. All right, let's get back to business. So here we are. The banks are getting torched. And take a look at the poor consumer they're saying is so strong. Unbelievable. They have no cash left. They have no credit card room. And it's how strong they are. 20 million are behind in utilities and 6 million in rent. You go on and on and on. But here's what everybody's forgetting. When COVID came, oh, and by the way, remember this. They can't fix this inflation, as I told you. One, they got to get rid of your job. That's going to make things worse. And two, is that the what do you call it? What do they call it? The supply line is still clogged up. The supply chain is not fixed. It's still clogged up. And we still have the problem with Ukraine. So you got the clogged up supply chain line. Buttigieg hasn't done anything. He hasn't fixed anything. It's over his head. It's way over his head, for God's sakes. Maybe he should wear some eye makeup and take his eyelids and flick them up down, and maybe he can send out a Morse code to somebody help him.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang. Just go to philsgang.com and you hit where it says get started. When you, if you really want to look at something that's going to help you, go to my website, go to my homepage, and it says how Pro 2 works. Pro 2 is always right. It'll tell you when the big institutions are pulling money out of the stock you're in and your stock's going to go down, or putting money in and your stock's going to go up. It follows the money. It's our chart. Nobody else has it. We designed it. Use it for 10 days. Convince yourself it works. Wouldn't it be nice to know when you're in a stock, especially when these idiots tell you to buy and hold? That's the worst thing you can do, but tell you to buy and hold. Wouldn't it be nice that you can look at it and know, uh-oh, it just turned red. Money's coming out. So go to my site, philsgang.com, and while you're there, sign up for the membership for 10 days. We have access to our membership. You have access to our classes, have archives, everything. You got to do something. You got to do something. You know, here's what people don't understand. When COVID came, they did something so dumb. They shut down the economy. Now, again, not everybody knew what to do. This was new. But when they finally figured out that shutting down the economy was the worst thing, then all of a sudden, boom, everything, they started to open up. The states started to open up. So you can blame it on whoever you want, but the problem is when they shut down the economy, they shut down production of goods. They stopped producing goods because the person that was at the auto factory is now home. The person who makes a air conditioner is now home. So producers, our labor force, became consumers. How stupid. Nobody figured that out. If you take the producer of air conditioning, the producer of a car, the producer of anything, if you tell them stop producing and go home, then they started to print money, which created inflation, gave them a $1,200 check, a $600 check, $1,400 check, then moratoriums. They didn't have to pay their auto loan, their student loan, they didn't have to pay their mortgage, they didn't have to pay their rent, they didn't have to pay taxes, all these moratoriums. Soon, man, their savings, which again, is part of disposable income, went from 6% of disposable income to 32%. So now everybody who produced something weren't producing, they became consumers. So the problem was when you come consumers, the debate, they had so much cash, the demand was there, that there wasn't enough cars. That's why cars went up 30, 40%. There wasn't enough food. That's why food went up. That's why everything went up. Didn't somebody think about that before they did this? Then to make things worse, right? I mean, think how dumb that was. Then the dumbest thing is bring everybody home so they're not working, they're not producing, they're not making a car, so now car prices are going up. You go get a sweater that was $30, now it's $80 because nobody's producing sweaters. On top of that, they disincentivize our workforce. They tell them to go home and say, don't go back to work. Here, we're going to give you all these checks. Here, we're going to put these moratoriums on. Are you kidding? And you think that inflation is almost over? That's like a cancer. It's still in our system. And the next thing they did, they kept printing and printing and printing and printing money. I mean, the amount of money that they flooded into our system, $123 trillion, insane. You got to get that money out of this system before inflation comes down. They're pulling out, what, $95 billion a month? Are you nuts? So our system is still flooded, it's still clogged up with all this monetary policy of all this money printing, for God's sakes. And the biggest mistake was when they took away the gold standard. Because once they took that gold standard away, they could print as many dollars they wanted. Before, they couldn't. They only could print, for every dollar they printed, they needed a dollar of gold. They took that away. Nixon did in 1972, I think it was, right? So that's why gasoline went up 42%, coffee went up 78%, chicken 52%, beef 25%, because nobody was there making this stuff. They're home. They became consumers. Now, all of that is still in our system, all this inflation. You can't, it's not going to just go away. And that's why we're going to have a brutal crash. And that's why you saw the first round of earnings in those banks were a disaster, and they quickly financially engineered it to move the bank prices up. I mean, my God, when you looked at Wells Fargo the other day, I never saw anything like it. What the hell? When you look at their numbers, those numbers were horrible. And then all of a sudden you see Wells Fargo. I'm putting it up right now. I mean, are you kidding? I mean, Wells Fargo tanked within minutes from $44, okay, down to $40 in seconds. And then that's about a 9%, what is that? 9% it dropped in a few minutes. Then they said, we got to get that back up. We got to get these numbers back up. How are we going to do it? And they said, well, let's create a story. The analysts, let's tell everybody that, wait a minute, this isn't bad news. This bad news is good news. Because we thought it was going to be much worse. It worked with the wages. We said, wow, 4.5%. We thought it was going to be 5%. And we went from negative 200 in the market, I think it was, to 700. The same thing here. We went down, whatever it was, minus 300, 200, and then boom, up 600, whatever the hell we were. But this is what's going on. And you are telling me that you're going to just sit there and listen to what these people tell you on these fake business networks? You're going to listen to their advice and the people that's managing your money? Are you nuts? Are you crazy? Now, housing. Nobody gets that either. Housing prices went up 45 to 75% in 24 months. We've never seen that in history. And people didn't care. They went out and bought homes when they're going up 40 to 75% because rates were low, about 2.5%, right? And people started to buy houses. Stocks from 2020 to 2022, in 2 years, went up 123%. The valuations on our stocks, the valuation of our housing is insane. Insane, but you're being told every day, oh no, things are good. Here,
You can trust Jamie Dimon, can't you? He's a nice fellow.
I've been very consistent. The consumer's still strong.
You've been consistent in one thing, Jamie, your whole life in the banking business. You're a gangster. You're a damn gangster. That's what you are. You're a gangster. You destroyed more people, more cities, more municipalities. You screwed more municipalities than anybody else in the country. This is a bad dude.
The banking system's in good shape.
Oh, yeah, good shape. Yeah. Like when you bundled all the subprime loans and you bundled them all, you put them in a package, you knew they were no good, and then you got together with the rating agency, say, hey, put AAA on these for me. Put AAA even though they're triple F. And you sold them, and you knew it. Well, let's not go backwards. So, gang, I'm telling you, and non-gang members, listen to me, please. Join the gang, okay? Join the gang. Because I'm telling you, we can help you. At least you'll get the truth every day. Isn't that worth something? Try it for 10 days. You'll at least get the truth. Just like why? Everybody's asking, how did the bank stocks go down like 200%? And they turned around and went right back up Friday. Nobody knew. I knew. We'll be right back after this break with a lot more. Join my gang. Please remember St. Jude. You're making some money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Short on time, but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
What are you, nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
There's this calmness in the market that I don't think we felt in
VIX
many
19
months.
and a half.
There's this overall odd calmness to the market right now.
Oh, geez, I was sleeping. Oh, God, wake me up, Willie. That's all they can offer. There's a calmness to the market. There's a calmness to the market. We never felt the calmness to the market. When we had a disaster with these bank loans, these banks, a disaster. When we had the NASDAQ drop 38%, the S&P dropped 19%. 38% in the NASDAQ. Those stocks aren't going to go back up. And when you hear them tell you they're leading the market right now, no, they're not. That's a lie. It's all short covering. People like me who short them are covering my position. That's all it is short covering. If you go look at our charts, it'll show you. It'll show you it's short covering. That's the beauty about our charts, the Pro 1 and Pro 2. It'll show you. The color shows you. But they're lying. Tell you, oh, the NASDAQ, buy the NASDAQ stocks again. They're good buys. No, they're not. Those stocks are going to get hit even more. The valuations on those stocks are nuts, are insane. Remember how those stocks went up? You had everybody buying these stocks. Everybody. It was like the dot-com days. All they heard is buying a dip, not thinking, wait a minute, buying a dip in a downtrend channel, a market going straight down for a year, buying a dip, what am I, nuts? The tech stocks are over with for a very long time because inflation's not going to go away for a very long time. In spite of what they tell you, they're going to lie to you until inflation's rate, it's almost over now, don't worry about it. Everything they said on these fake business news networks have been wrong. They've been wrong about everything. Remember I told you in January 16th, 2018, I said after we were, there was 10 years, I said, this is it. It's over. It's done. The stock market, it's going to take a while, but it's done. And we had our first crash, 2018, the last 2 days, 2 months of 2018. We were right. And then right after that, we had the 2020 crash. In 5 weeks, the market goes down about I think it was around 20% in 5 weeks, then shot up 133%. I mean, think about that. How could the stock market go down? I forgot how many weeks it is. I think in 2020, it was 5 weeks. 5 weeks the market went down 30%, I think it was. But then it rallied 133%. How could it do that? Because they had, again, zero rates, QE. But the market we're in now went down for nearly 48 weeks. 48 weeks, they still can't get it to rally and hold a rally. They tried 4 times, keeps failing. Because there's too much inflation. That's why I keep telling you, gold, you got to be those gold miner stocks. Join my gang. We'll get you in the right way. We'll get you in the right way when you're supposed to be in these gold stocks. Oil, nobody wants to hear this either. Oil's going to go well above $100 a barrel again. Nobody's going to believe that either. Congress kept spending so much money. Instead of cutting back on expenses after the gold standard was stopped, that's what really got us in trouble. They went nuts. Go to war, just keep printing. That's all inflation. We've had inflation since 1971. Nobody thinks about that. Unbelievable. So we borrowed money from China, and in return for dollars, so we could pay our bills, Congress would give China a note called a treasury note or bond, and we would pay them interest on our debt. To keep the interest low, what'd we do? Oh, hey, no gold standard. Let's just go and keep printing. There's no restriction. Let's print and print and print. And then we'll buy treasuries, and the treasury yields, interest will drop down. And what that will do, all that inflation we're creating from printing, screw Main Street, we care about them. But just what the inflation does for us and for the very, very wealthy and for Congress. It devalues the money we owe, the debt we owe to China. Do you really think the 1/100th of 1% whose income is average $25 million a year, whose net worth is $125 to $140 million, you think they care about you or me? Do you think the top 1% who make $850,000 a year, whose net worth is $11 million, they really care about inflation? No, they want inflation because they're the asset class. They make money on inflation. Who does Powell work for? The guy who's the 70% of the people are making less than $50,000 a year? What are you, nuts? What are you, nuts? Doesn't work for them. See, people think when they hear their congressmen, they hear these people, it's CNBC and all these Bloomberg. Oh, they're trying to help me. They're nice people. No, they're not. They're not nice people. They're gangsters. They look out for one thing. The politicians look out for the party. They only care about the damn party, the party. And they care about power, the party. And they care about money. Look at Biden. For God's sake, this guy has been in government for 50 years. People who are in government for 50 years, think about what they do. They're in government for 50 years. They never leave because what do they want? They want the security of the pension. They never took a risk. They never built a job. These people were in the government for that kind of time. And look at the money he's made. Biden has made a fortune. How do you accumulate such wealth? How do you accumulate such wealth? He shows on his balance sheet. Let's see. What was it? Well, he shows on his balance sheet. Only he could do this. He made $17 million, but his net worth is $8 million. Only Biden could be that stupid. Look, we're here to help St. Jude. We're here to help you. If you want to know, okay, if the stock you're in is going to go down or the stock you're in is going to go up, the Pro 2 never lies. It's always correct. Go to my homepage, philsgang.com, and it'll say how Pro 2 works, how Pro 2 works. And right next to it, it says get started. Click there, and you're in, and you got access to all of our teaching. And for 10 days, every day, Steve, who's in charge of our portfolio, tells you exactly what to do with our portfolio stocks. Tells you to buy them, to add to your position, or take stocks off, or add, put a stop in, or buy more. You got a personal coach. Our gold mining stocks, Unbelievable. We caught those at the right time, just like we did our oil stocks, just like we did the banks. But now it's time to short. And most people listen to me, you don't even know what shorting is. And that's sad. You're going to sit there and call your broker. What should I do? What should I do? The market's down 400 points. What happened to the 700-point rally we had, remember? Let's see, what was the, oh my God. Wages are up 4.6%. I mean, they could have been up 4.5. They could have been up 5%. Wow, we dodged that bullet. The market goes up 700 points. You don't think they're going to give that 700 points? But of course they're going to. There's two sides to a market. Anybody can buy a stock. That's easy. That's easy. But what about when the stock market goes down? 99% of people never sell a stock short. Let's change that. 10 days free. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Take a look at the Pro 2. This is how it works. And then right next to it, click where it says Get Started, and you're in your gang member for 10 days.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.